You know something? You know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah! We will not give up.
You did give up, dude. You did give up. You didn't go to all those places. At least I don't think you went to all those places. It's pretty soon after. Pretty soon after that. And 2 points, Howard Dean. You should end it on that. If you're going to say, stop it right there. That's your high point. You've just shot your load. Say thank you and good night. And leave it there. But okay, that's just my advice. My point is, you didn't go to all those places. Howard Dean just lied right there. His campaign, for the most part, ended and cratered the moment after he sounded like a maniac screaming on stage. That was the death scream of a campaign. That's Howard Dean. Lobbyist. Howard Dean. The guy who was considered the Obama back in, what, 2004. That's called the Dean scream. It scared people. It terrified people. It was like, oh my God, that man is a maniac. We can't let that man into the White House. Now, mind you, those same people put Donald Trump in the White House. But whatever, whatever. In 2004, they weren't ready. And that terrified the masses. And he was pummeled. And he got his mind right. And he became a lobbyist. And he became a big fan of all the Democratic establishment, and Hillary Clinton included. That lobbyist, that Twitter warrior, if you want to call him, is out there right now trying to explain why Donna Brazile, the person who was chairman of the DNC, saying that the process was rigged, didn't necessarily mean that the process was rigged. That Donna Brazile didn't in any way understand what the term rigged meant. And when she called Bernie Sanders, it says, Bernie, she had her gospel music on. She had her gospel music on. Bernie, you're right. It was rigged. Now, when Donna Brazile uttered those words, that either Donna Brazile was A, lying in her book that she was trying to hawk, or B, didn't know what the term rigged meant. Which one? Is she a complete idiot? Meaning she didn't know what the term rigged meant? Or is she lying? Which one, Howard Dean? Or does what Donna Brazile said comport with our own goddamn eyes and our own goddamn perception of physical mind reality going through that period of time for the last year and a half? Don't believe us. Don't believe me, or don't believe yourselves. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe Howard Dean. Believe Hillary Clinton. Believe all these other people out there. Peter fucking Dow. Chris Hayes. All of the people on MSNBC. Joy AM. Don't believe your own lying goddamn ears and eyes and perceptions. Don't believe your perceptions of what took place over the last year and a half. Believe us. We're telling you the truth. Believe us. This is what Howard Dean tweeted out. The guy. Because this is what they've been putting their hopes on. I want to look at the document for a moment. Memo reveals details of Hillary Clinton's DNC deal. NBCNews.com politics elect via NBC News. Now, Howard Dean tweeted this out. And Peter fucking Dow tweeted it out. Or tweeted out what Howard Dean tweeted out. As if, hey, here's more context. We found something to hang our hats on. You guys are pummeling us. You guys are denigrating the legacy of a great woman. You're denigrating her legacy. She was the first woman to cheat in a major primary or in a major election for potential presidency of the United States. You're denigrating that great legacy. Let's look at the document. This is the document itself, NBCnews.com. NBCnews.com had additional things that they don't want to talk about. But this line specifically. And I don't know if Howard Dean read to this point yet, but I would read it in hopes that somebody would send this to Howard fucking Dean. The memo stipulates the DNC had to hire communications director by September 11th, 2015, months before the first nominating contest in early 2016. Months before they even started the nominations. However, the memo also made clear that the arrangement pertained only to the general election, not the primary season, and left open the possibility that it would sign similar agreements with other candidates. It left open the possibility. It didn't do it. It didn't do it. Still, it clearly allowed the Clinton campaign to influence DNC decisions made during an active primary, even if it intended for preparations later. The document that Howard Dean is tweeting out as his godsend is even putting a knife in him, saying, just because this document said that doesn't, clearly it allowed for changes and alterations and things and strategic decisions to be made by the Hillary Clinton camp during the primary season. The argument that they're making is this didn't apply to the general election, or this only applied to the general election. The document that he's tweeting out makes the point that regardless of what it said, it clearly allowed the Clinton campaign to influence DNC decisions made during an active primary, even if it intended for preparations later. Is that their saving grace? Is that the thing that they're clinging on to like a lifeline? A bunch of rats fleeing a burning ship and they found a life preserver out in the wilderness somewhere. Is this what they're clinging on to? Yeah. Maybe he didn't read this part. Maybe he didn't read this part. And not even just not read this part. If you're looking at Donna Brazil's document, which I'm not going to reread because I've read it twice, but if you're looking at the document, Donna Brazil is very clear. They've cheated. They cheated you, Sanders. You're right. They cheated. She was funneling a huge amount of money. They had us on a budget. Oh, by the way, ABC News also had another article. The Sanders campaign essentially sent out their own document. This is what we saw. Now, ABC News, the joint fundraising agreement between Bernie Sanders' campaign and the Democratic National Committee obtained Friday by ABC News and signed at the start of the primary campaign for 2016 presidential election does not include any language about coordinating on strategic decisions over hiring or budget, unlike the fundraising memo between Hillary Clinton's team and the DNC. That sounds like a potential advantage to me. Having control over strategic decisions sounds like an advantage when you're running in the primaries. If you're looking me in the face and saying this is a fair and honest primary, we're being completely impartial, and one of the campaigns is literally controlling the DNC, be it through cash, be it through influence, one of the campaigns is overtly controlling the DNC, and you're telling me that this doesn't constitute cheating, that your bylaw saying that we're going to be impartial, that this doesn't put a shiv, put a knife, doesn't gut, doesn't completely obliterate and destroy any idea of impartiality. You are absolutely insane if you're looking in a camera and looking people in the face and trying to get them to believe that lie. Again, Howard fucking Dean. Either Donna Brazil, the person who you guys chose to head and chair the DNC, the same position that you held at one point, is completely incompetent. And she doesn't absolutely know or doesn't understand what the term rigging means. So when the term is being used, we rigged it. I'm sorry, Sanders. You're right. It was rigged. Either she doesn't know what it means, or you guys are lying through your teeth to obfuscate the fact that you all cheated. Own it. Own your cheating. Own it. You did it. Own it. It's in the open. Own it. Everybody knows you did it. Own it. Stop lying about this. God damn it. It's been over a year. You've been caught. You've been caught. Your hand is in a cookie jar. Stop saying that you didn't want any cookies. It's insane. It's insane. Of course you wanted Hillary Clinton to win that election. Of course you had a bias. Of course Deborah Wasserman-Schultz was friends with her. Yes, she gave over complete control over the apparatus to Hillary Clinton because she wanted Hillary Clinton to win. Donna Brazile is lying on this. At least I think she's lying. I don't think it has to do with incompetence. It had to do with corruption. It's a difference in those things. I'm going to end this one because I want to keep this short because I have a few of these that I want to do. Howard fucking Dean. Let's look at some more Howard Dean. Love this guy. Love this. Love this video. This video gets me out of bed in the morning. I see this and I think to myself, there are bad things going on in the world. But as long as I have access to this video, I have that capacity to smile. Let's see Howard Dean. Do you think, Howard?
You know something? You know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!